It's very nice to be thought of as being pretty, as being, it's a plus. It's nice. It's not terribly important, but it is nice to have it in your favor.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here and I really appreciate your time. So I wanted to come on here and kind of give some commentary on this conversation surrounding Muni Long or Money Long um, and her comments about Black women being her biggest haters.
Only ever Black women that say they don't like my personality. You notice that? Because I'm being myself, I'm acting just like your raggedy mama and your aunties with them ashy cankles. This is how they act. There's something wrong with my personality.
You don't like me, you don't like yourself.
Exactly. Take a look in the mirror, ho. You don't like you.
Who are you?
They be like, oh, she's so what you want me to do? What it is you're a bully and you used to people laying down letting them do whatever. I'm not that. It's never going to be that.
I'm not her and this ain't that.
Like, oh, she stinks. She got to, who are you? Why not to be nice to you? What did you do?
It's called being confident in who you are. And
exactly. No, I see the comments, Kelly. But it's just amazing to me. I'm not even doing anything. I'm sitting here enjoying brunch with my friends. But I got attitude. My attitude is nasty.
Start. Muni Long, not too much on us, baby girl. Not too much. You better watch what you say. Out here talking about it's only Black women that don't like your personality. It might be because it's only Black women that know you. It's only Black women that ever gave you a damn chance. But that can be stopped. We can take that card back if you'd like to see who really supports you out here. I mean, Muni Long was on her live today. I guess she was getting some trolls in her comments. And instead of her just dealing with them trolls as a Black woman, she wanted to let it be known that it's only Black women that don't like her. I think it was only Black women that supported your ass too. Didn't nobody like Hours and Hours and all these songs till we liked it. You know what I'm saying? No one liked your music till we liked it. And now because you think you got other people of diverse communities liking your music, you don't really want to recognize who made your shit hot? You bumped your head, little girl. Instead of you talking about Black women, you need to be talking about the people that troll you. Because Black women also supported you. But we don't have to, though. We don't have to. Muni Long, not too much on us, baby girl.
Sherry. Never stop with Sherry. Your duets are off. And I can't stitch the video. Also can't save it. Or else I would have done that. First of all, it's Money, not Mooney. Nice to meet you. And the first question that I have for you, Miss Sherry, is you said you better watch what you say, or what? I'm glad you agree that disrespect will not be tolerated, because I can resonate with you there. It won't. I know I look young because I drink water and mind my business. But I'm 36 years old. I'll be 37 in September. I've been growing and taking care of myself for a long time. Ain't nobody gonna talk to me like that. I don't care who you is. No, ma'am. I'm gonna give you a pass because you don't know me. But as you get to know me on Beyonce's internet, you will see. At 26 seconds in Exhibit A, this video here. By the way, she has beautiful skin. You say, and I quote, instead of her just dealing with the trolls as a Black woman, the rest of the sentence doesn't even matter. Instead of her just dealing with the trolls as a Black woman, is that our assignment? To be strong Black women? To just deal? I'm not doing that.
Okay, so basically, I understand what she was saying, and I'm not like super offended by what she said, but I understand why other women were offended by what she said. And at the same time, I kind of get where she's coming from. Also, at the same time, I agree with what the fan or the former fan or the woman on TikTok said when she was saying not too much on Black women. I understand what she was saying. I understand the points that she was making in terms of Money being, someone that Black women elevated, that we make up her core fan base, and she should have more appreciation for her fan base. So let's start there first. A while back, I watched the video, I think it was Impressive channel, where she basically did like a backstory on Money Long, like when she was first going viral, like a few years ago. And In the video, she kind of talks about how, she went through so much trying to find her identity as an artist, and how she wanted to do a certain type of music, but the fans or the people who would, support her wanted her to do another type of music. And Money would oftentimes say, like, I want to be a eclectic artist, I want to mix pop, rock, and R&B. And that's what she tried to do. Like, that was a lot of the music that she made when she first came out, but it wasn't really like charting. So eventually she kind of abandoned that, and she started doing songwriting. So she started writing songs for artists, and that's where she made a lot of her money. Like, till this day, that's still a lot of her income, and that's great money. I think some of her possible anger, or maybe resentment, or maybe I'll say frustration with her fan base, and it mainly being Black women, is because the R&B genre is probably not really where she wants to be musically as an artist. I think she wanted to be doing other things, or more, like I said, eclectic projects, but she realized that she wasn't going to make it doing those things as an artist. So that could be some of where her anger is, where some of her resentment is towards, her main fan base, oh my gosh, her main fan base, which is Black women. But also, to her point, and I'm going to say this, and I'm probably going to, make somebody upset with this part of the video, but I understand where she's coming from, in a sense that, because the clip from her live wasn't like long. I don't think she talked about this the whole time, but some of the comments I saw people making in like some of the other clips that I did watch, it appears that I think she's talking about someone specific. Like, maybe there were, people coming in her comment section, in the chat while she was doing her live, and saying things. And when you looked at them, it was Black women. But what I think a lot of times we don't realize is that proximity oftentimes will decide who are going to be the people you have the most conflict with. And that's where you get people making like huge generalizations about all Black men this, all Black women this, is because who you are in proximity to oftentimes defines who you're going to have those conflicts with. So if you're a Black woman and your identity is used as a strategy and who you are supposed to connect with, in terms of, like, if you're an artist, if you're a Black woman, other Black women will see you, there will be an automatic connection, an automatic understanding that y'all have some type of like sameness, and y'all are in community, right? So because that tends to be the truth concerning an artist, and even in real life, if you're not an artist, just who you are in proximity to, those are the people that you're going to have issues with, because you're around them a lot. They're around you a lot. They are looking at you, they're observing you, they're interacting with you, they're giving you engagement. And that context works whether you're an artist, a famous person, a celebrity, or you're a regular everyday person like me. The people you're in context with, the people who you're in proximity with, those are the people you're going to have issues with. And I had to remember that growing up and coming up, because there were times in my life where I definitely felt like how she felt. And I'll say this, the reason why I think a lot of times Black women in particular are harder on other Black women, or why certain Black women like Muni or Money feel that they have been rejected, or that they have not gotten the support or embrace from Black women that they want to. A lot of times Black women identify with pain and struggle, right? Those are typically the focus of how Black women make bonds. So first of all, a lot of times Black women make trauma bonds, not only with their friends, but their romantic relationships, the type of music they listen to. A lot of times Black women will identify with particularly an R&B artist. The more she's in pain, the more she's talking about being cheated on and being hurt and being stabbed in the back and all men ain't shit. That's why a lot of times when you go into Black women's spaces, majority of the conversations circulate around being cheated on, being hurt, being played, being left by your baby daddy. Men ain't this, men ain't that. Because it's trauma and sadness and struggle that a lot of Black women identify with, and like in a loving relationship way. Like, Black women look at other Black women and judge whether or not they can even be friends with them, or if they accept them or identify them based off of how much struggle they perceive that they share in common. So a lot of Black women, they trauma bond. They literally trauma bond with everyone around them. And so if you're the sort of Black woman where that you don't wear struggle and sadness on your chest like a badge, if you don't project that, or that's not the things that you're always talking about, yeah, there are going to be Black women who have an issue with you because they don't think you're authentic, or they don't think that you're like them. They think you're pretending to be white. This is a real thing. And this is something I have dealt with, because although I grew up with a single mom, but I didn't grow, I don't come from the hood. I didn't grow up in struggle. And my mom worked very, very hard to provide a certain life for me, despite the things that my dad did. Because my dad didn't help. My dad wasn't around. So it was pretty much all my mom and like my grandmom and like aunties here and there. But my mom was pretty much the sole provider and parent in my life. I can sit here and truly say that because of the sacrifices that my mom made, she provided a pretty good life for me. And so I don't have this struggle, sad Black woman inner voice. I don't have that. And then aside from the things that she did to actually provide for me, like I say in my videos all the time, my mom invested a lot of time and attention in ensuring that I had strong, secure confidence. She was very invested in my self-esteem, invested in my skills, the things that I was able to do well. She saw I knew how to draw. She bought me drawing products. She bought me a paint and an easel. When I expressed I wanted to dance, she put me in dance. Like, my mom did that. So I don't have this like angry, even though my dad wasn't there. I have that in common with a lot of Black women. But even though my dad wasn't there, I didn't have a struggly past and have a struggle upbringing. And so when I became a young woman, I didn't have that like anger. I'm not angry. I'm not. So if you don't, again, if you don't present that as, you know, oh, I'm mad at the world and I'm just angry. And then another aspect is once you start dating, see, once I started dating, I did have bad relationships. I did have bad experiences, in particular with Black men. But I did have a lot of good experiences. I had a lot of my first moments of experiencing nice things, a nice date, getting flowers, getting taken somewhere really nice, going on a weekend vacation, were also with Black men. So even in that aspect of my life, I don't have this angry, bitter, resentful feeling towards Black men. And that's another reason why Black women tend to bond or reject other Black women. Because if you, again, don't regurgitate this, all Black men are the enemy, I hate all Black men, they hate us too, we all hate each other. If you don't have that mentality, child, Black women will drag you. They will reject you. They will treat you like you're crazy. That's a real thing. And that's, again, because a lot of Black women bond with each other based off of trauma, based off of sadness, based off of misfortune, based off of struggle. So if you don't show that, that puts you at odds. It shouldn't, right? But we have to discuss things as they are. But that will put you at odds with women, because, particularly Black women, because they don't look at you and they can't relate to what you have been going through or what your experiences are. So yes, in that aspect, I do understand what she's saying. When she's like, well, I'm just acting like your aunties and all this other stuff. I don't really know what she's talking about, because, again, like, my mom, I'm sorry, I have to keep saying it. My mom did an excellent job keeping me away from certain things and keeping me away from certain toxic family members based off of her own traumas and issues that she didn't have when she was a little girl, not being protected, not being spared. My mom didn't play that shit when it came to me. So I didn't grow up hearing negative things from negative aunties and bitter aunties. Oh, fuck these black men, girl, get you a good job. I didn't hear that. That wasn't the rhetoric that I heard. I didn't hear it or see it. I saw my mom dating. I saw my mom having several engagements, several proposals, having men take her nice dinners, take me to nice dinners, take me to the Disney store. Like, that's what I saw. So I didn't see that. So again, like, that's a part of where some of the issue oftentimes arises, because when black women don't pick up on struggle on another black woman, depending on where she is, she will reject her. She will feel as though there's something inauthentic about her that causes her to feel like, okay, well, I don't like your attitude. I don't like how you just think you. I can't tell you how many times I've been called stuck up by women that I haven't said more than 2 words to, just because when I enter the room, my head is up high. I don't look. I don't walk down. Like, I don't have that mentality about myself in any way. Like, I don't feel that way about myself. And when I look at Muni or Money, I kind of pick up on that. Like, I pick up on, like she said, she is older than she looks, which is, one of the wonderful things about being a black woman, especially if you take good care of yourself. But she's older than she looks. And she's been able to make a way for herself. And despite what she felt like she couldn't do with her music career, she was still able to do something with her talents and abilities that ended up being very lucrative for herself. And so, no, she doesn't give struggle. She doesn't give, like, I guess, the type of artist you can trauma bond with. And if you listen to a lot of her music, she doesn't sing about sadness. She sings about love or longing for love. So maybe that's, again, what certain women are picking up on. And to just end the video, truthfully, what I think a lot of times black women also don't really like to hear is the truth. We don't like to hear the truth about ourselves and negative aspects. When it comes to the positive aspects, like, there's going to be women who love me talking about, oh, one of the great things about being black is that you don't always look your age. That's the truth. But what's also a truth is the trauma bonding that we do. What's also the truth is we tend to be really harsh on each other. Like, oh my God, just take a stroll to some of my comments, maybe even the comments on this video, but just go and take a stroll through some of my videos. Read some of the comments that have been left by black women, or what I think is sometimes black women when they don't have a profile picture, but go look at the comments left by black women to another black woman, me, and see how nasty they are. See how just mean-spirited, unnecessary they are. How triggered something I said in my video made them, and they felt the need to, like, really attack me and say like, that's how black women talk to other black women. I mean, oh my God, go to a black woman's space and even slightly mention that you don't care for Beyonce. They will drag you. They will say mean, nasty things to you as if you stole their man, as if you stole money, as if you did something to them personally, and you haven't. So, but again, that's the proximity thing. If you're around more black women, if you interact with more black women, you come across a higher probability that those will be the women you have conflicts with. I mean, that's just what it is. But yeah, that's all I have to say on this topic. Get below. Tell me what you feel. What are your thoughts? What do you think about this specific topic? Have you had these experiences in your life? Do you feel like you have been either rejected or accepted based off of your lack of trauma or the amount of trauma that you possibly project? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Get below, tell me what you think. But I always ask, that you be respectful in the comment section. Because if you can't, I will block you. No, seriously, I will block you. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye.